Hello Cancer, welcome to this reading. On August 11th, the 3-week-long Mercury Retrograde is finally over. So in this video, we are going to be taking a look at what is coming forward for you on the week or during the week of August 11th, now that Mercury is direct. Do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Cancer, let's go ahead and get into this reading here for you. See what's coming forward for you in this week ahead. Now that we've got direct motion from Mercury, and I don't know about you, but this Mercury retrograde felt like a doozy to me. I know stumbling over words more than I already do. And yeah, I'm just excited to see what the week ahead has. So let's go ahead and get all the cards out here, get everything set up and in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. All right. Okay, I think that's looking just about good enough to me for right now. All right, energy on the bottom. You have the Six of Cups. So Six of Cups, some of you here, maybe it felt like over the past 3 weeks, you were going back on spending time on memory lane, so to speak. This is a retrograde card. Something from the past here may have resurfaced for you recently. This can indicate like ex-lovers or ex-relationships coming back in. It can also talk about reunions with like family members or friends that you haven't seen for a long time. It can also refer to the homeland or the motherland, or just even past patterns that you've picked up maybe in early experiences or in life can show up with the Six of Cups. Intuitively, I feel like there are a couple things here with this Six of Cups for you, which is that I think this is probably referring to prior to coming into this reading. Like I think something here maybe was, I think it's referring to probably the past 3 weeks, but I also see that for some of you, you have really been in something for a long time, okay? Like there has been like a project or a task or something like along those lines that you have really been dedicated to, and you have spent a long time on something or with someone, okay? And you could actually begin to see some like progress on that situation in this week ahead. You have a really, really positive reading here, okay? So let's try to dive in and get some more specific messages. Right away in the middle, you do have the Eight of Pentacles, which is about dedication. So Six of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, both of these cards, in some respects, it may indicate that you have been dedicated, or with the Six of Cups, you have been in something for a long time. You can see this person's working away, working really hard to wrap up their latest project here. Their other projects are on the post hanging up. They're very close. They've got one blank pentacle here that they need to complete. So it can indicate good positive movement forward, or it can indicate that you're making the right progress and that you're dedicated to completing something. This can also signify that you have an immense amount of skills, okay, in your life, or you just possess a lot of skills. This person is very talented. And for that reason, it is a card that I like to see for people who are maybe looking for promotions or raises. These sorts of things can end up showing up when you get the Eight of Pentacles here. I think that looking at this, there's something around how dedicated you've been. And I think that your dedication to, I don't know, career, work, some aspect or area of life here is going to really reward you. Maybe in this week or in the weeks that follow, you will see some really solid outcome for yourself here based on the first two cards here that we've pulled for you, Cancer. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at what is in the first column. You have the Three of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Judgment card. All right, so the Three of Wands, this is a card that can indicate growth and expansion in some area. It's growth and expansion into something. Okay, this is also a card of travel as well, but it can really talk about like kind of beginning on the journey or beginning on the next steps, or sort of like moving into the next phase here in your situation. It's all about growing and expanding into something. It's even a card that may suggest you're looking to be a little bit adventurous. You can see this person here is looking out to the ocean there. They see the ship, they see the plane in the air, and they've got the backpack on their back. They're about to embark on a big journey, you know? And so for that reason, I see that with this Eight of Pentacles dedication here, you're ready to sort of move something up or move up on something or take something to the next level. You're ready to grow and expand into something, especially with this Queen of Wands, which Queen of Wands is all about your confidence. It's about your authenticity, even your creativity. It can also indicate that right now, maybe you're very busy. You have a lot on your plate, but you're okay with that. You're very capable and able to handle all of the tasks and everything that's on your plate here in this week and the weeks that follow. So you may be taking on a lot, but remembering to maintain a certain level of positivity as you see the sunflowers here, which can be indicators of success, but also positivity in the tarot. Okay, and I feel like this is also somebody who's really fun to be around. So I actually get like a really like lighthearted, sort of like fun type of energy from the cards that I see for you. Okay, you may be even, if the Six of Cups is not referring to the past week, you may be returning to something that you have wanted to do for a while. Like for example, if you're traveling, you may have already been there. Okay, this may be a place you've already been. Something along those lines could be showing up for you in this week or the weeks that follow. Yeah. And lastly here, we have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is all about realizations. You know, so many people you're one of the last readings I'm doing for this set of readings, this series of readings. So many people have been getting the Judgment card, and you know, it's like the Judgment card, it can indicate, yes, major realizations or revelations in one's life, spiritual revelations. It is also like you seeing the results of everything that you've done up to this point. And that's why it creates a realization or revelation, because you've seen how you've gotten to where you are now, and you can see how, like, where your choices kind of, so to speak, have taken you here with this Judgment card. And yeah, it can really open up some spiritual awareness, but it also is sort of like a test from the universe. You know, the Judgment card, it can be sort of like a test from the universe, in a sense that the only card left in the major arcana is the World. So some of you here, as we look at this Eight of Pentacles, you see the person just has like 1.5 projects to go, right? They're wrapping up one project here. They've got one more. It can almost, it maybe for some of you may feel like you're so close to the finish line, or you're so close to completing something in this week or the weeks that follow, and continuing to stay dedicated and doing the things that have found you success up to this point, I think is going to be key and crucial for you. Now in the middle column here, you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So I love that 8 into 9, okay? This is a progression. I do think that you are very much focused on what else can I be doing, or where exactly do I want to go? Where am I pointing my arrow, so to speak? Like, in what direction do I see myself going? And I think if you're in that space, you will actually get to you will be in the right direction. And in fact, I also think that you're already in the right direction. If you have any question about that, especially as we look at this Queen of Wands indicating confidence, know that you are taking the right steps, that you are guiding yourself in the right place, and you're making progress here with the Eight of Pentacles and then the 9, right? Going one after the other. The Nine of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards. It's a card that indicates financial success or financial independence in the tarot, more so financial independence. Nines connect to you. Nines are about the self, and the Nine of Pentacles is probably my favorite 9 in the tarot, because this person has created freedom, time, and space here, okay? They are not totally focused on their money. They're also focused on other things that they enjoy in life. And so for some of you here, you are creating some freedom, time, and space based on the actions that you've taken up to this point, especially with that Judgment. And you may realize this, like, wow, pat on the back, like, let me give myself a pat on the back. Like, I deserve whatever, vacation I may be taking, or trip I may be taking, or time off, or whatever it is, leisure, whatever it is that you're doing here, is you may be returning to something with that Six of Cups, if it's not referring to the last 3 weeks. I think that you've created time, freedom, and space for yourself here with this Nine of Pentacles, or you're about to be there, and you might even be like very, very close to attaining that. As I see this energy of expansion into something here, and the realization that your actions with the Judgment card have been really beneficial to where you want to go. So this looks super positive. And then I just noticed that all three of these cards in the middle column are pentacles, indicating that perhaps, you know, for you, like the financial areas of your life are sort of being highlighted here during this week or the weeks that follow. King of Pentacles says, continue these habits and routines that you've been doing to build all these skills, to complete these tasks. Continue with the habits that are finding you success, or that you have found success with here in the week or the weeks that follow. Okay. Now, in the final column, you have the Emperor, the King of Cups, and the Chariot. Now, what I will say, you know, just real quick again on this middle column, is there's definitely some abundance here. Okay, with those three Pentacles cards, they're definitely Pentacles that you like to see in the tarot. So there's definitely abundance here. Usually, but in this reading, this is not like money that's just being handed to you or passed down to you. This is money that you've created. You know, this is, and if it's financial abundance, that is, because there are other forms of abundance, but this is something that you've built for yourself or created for yourself, put yourself in a position to receive, you know. And then you have the Emperor here, which is, yeah, it's an energy of authority and success, particularly in career. Also somebody who's very good at like setting plans in motion here, right? You can see this person's got the Ankh in one hand and the World in the other, indicating that they kind of have a command over their situation, you know. And, you know, this can really indicate that they are quite authoritative in the steps and the actions that they take. This is the masculine side of yourself, which you have. Everybody has, right? Everybody has a masculine and a feminine part of yourself, of themselves. And the Emperor can refer to that, or the Emperor can sort of like indicate that aspect of yourself, right? The taking authority, taking charge, taking ownership over your situation, right? Can show up here. You then here have the King of Cups, which is, you know, this could be an indication that some of you, I think, are going to enjoy some pleasure here in the future. All right. I'm just getting that vibe from the King of Cups card based on this reading. That's just an intuitive feeling that I have. Some of you may be enjoying some pleasure here, some luxuries with the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Cups, doing something that feels really good for you. You then have the Chariot, you know, which is very much an indicator of triumph and success and victory. And again, charting a path forward. The Chariot's in their chariot, going forward to a new place or wherever they may be going, but they're doing it successfully. You know, so I like this. It's also as above, so below. You know, you are working with the universe in tandem to make this situation show up. You have an incredible reading here, Cancer. Let's go ahead and let's move into the clarifications portion of this reading. I'm going to start off by pulling some oracle cards from the Psychic Tarot Oracle, one of my favorite oracle cards, as it blends both tarot and oracle, and then we'll go through and we'll clarify these 9 cards. Okay. Let's see here. Energy on the bottom, you have balance. Okay, this is the Justice card. Okay, I was like teetering on the idea of maybe saying something around work-life balance, but it just feels like right now there's something you have to complete. Okay, it feels like it's sort of like it seems like you're very, very close to finishing something. So yeah, I mean, obviously don't put your health in jeopardy or whatever, right? So maybe you are creating some work-life balance here, but it does feel like you have a very important goal. You have material and spiritual prosperity as well as harmony here, so that would be the Lovers. This is the 6 of Pentacles. That's an interesting message with the 6 of Pentacles there. Okay, so I like this, material and spiritual prosperity. You have patience and planning and sacrifice. So this patience and planning card, I'm not surprised to see, because I started off the reading suggesting that you have time in something, right? You've spent time in like doing something, and like a lot of time, right? And you're kind of waiting for the outcome, or waiting to close that out, or working to close that out. You then here have light and base chakra. So maybe there is something. Light is an amazing card, is the sun, but the root chakra, the base chakra here, that is a card of needing to ground, or maybe some of you are feeling like you want to ground yourself in your situation right now. Also notice the red here, the red and the black, right? Very much like associated with this root chakra, the color red that is. And, some of you are maybe doing some grounding during this time, as well as with this King of Pentacles, this person's very much grounded and rooted in their scenario, which is partially how they've found success. So maybe there is a message of grounding, of balance here showing up. Why don't we go ahead and clarify these 9 tarot cards. Now, as always, Cancer, I do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope things are going well for you. All right, let's see what we have. Okay, let me just go ahead and split the deck here, and then we'll get into it. Okay, you do have the Two of Cups. You have the Death card. And the Two of Swords. Two of Swords may indicate that some of you have a tough decision to make, or a tough choice to make. Okay, you may be stuck in between, like you may be caught in between a dispute between 2 other people. Like you may be the person that's kind of like in the middle. Okay. It does indicate potentially a tough choice to make. With the Judgment card, that's very interesting in that, it does feel like you're very, as I've been saying in this entire reading, you're very, very close to something. Something really, really is wrapping up here for you. And, how that outcome or how the end looks, the ending of that scenario looks for you is all going to be, it's all going to come down to your choices with the Two of Swords, the Balance card, which is the Justice card, and the Judgment, And so some of you may be feeling a little pressure. Am I making the right choice? Am I going in the right direction? I have a feeling that you are in the right direction as of now, but some of you may just be questioning that right now. Two of Cups with the Three of Wands. It's interesting. This could indicate expansion within a relationship or a partnership. It could also indicate business partnership, by the way, as well. Okay, it could indicate business partnership, but some of you, there may be a change in a relationship here. Some of you may feel like you've outgrown the situation, okay? This is generally a very positive reading, but some of you may feel like you've outgrown a scenario with that Death card. Death card represents transformation. Some of you want a little bit more excitement or something like this here in a relationship or in dating or whatever it is. Yeah, there may be a change on the horizon here with this Death card especially. Let's see what else we have. You have the 10 of Pentacles. You have the Tower. And the 8 of Cups. Interesting clarifications here. Okay, so... All right, so the Tower with the Judgment card, it's a combination that comes in, and recently in this set of reading, it's been coming in a lot during this week's set of readings. And, the Tower with the Judgment card, it can really indicate that there is like a spiritual revelation or some sort of spiritual upheaval that's going on for you. Okay, something may change here. It may be a little unexpected or a little surprising, but the gift that comes along with that is some sort of really deep understanding or realization that you get. Okay, you gain from this. Okay, with the Tower and the Judgment card. It may be connected to a relationship here. You did get the Lovers somewhere here in the Harmony card. You do have the Two of Cups. You have the Six of Cups here as well, Memories of Love. There may be something that's kind of coming back around here in relationships. For the other people here, I've talked about this idea of like dedication. And I also like you have 8 of Pentacles here. So you have 8, 9, 10 of Pentacles. And if you want to go even further, we've got 6, 7 as well. 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, if we want to take these Oracle cards as well. Okay, so you've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of Pentacles. I'm very confident in this reading that there's a major or a huge progression, okay, that's happening for you as it connects to money, as it connects to career, that may even surprise you. Okay, it really might surprise you. This could be like a shocking development or something along these lines with the Tower and this very rare 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 progression of Pentacles, which, you know, it's tough to get those cards in alignment like that, right? So, you know, something could really be happening here. And some of you may have wished for some freedom, space, and independence, and you're getting that wish. Now it's a matter of like, okay, is this what some of you may then be thinking, okay, my wish has sort of been granted here. Now, have I made the right choice? Now that I have this freedom, time, space, and independence, have I made the right choice? What am I going to do with all of this time or this space that I've created? 8 of Cups, walking away from something, right? So I see that like charting a new path again with the 3 of Wands and the 8 of Cups. So now that you've created this, you've manifested this freedom, time, space for yourself, now what? So some of you may be thinking about that, okay? You have the 2 of Wands, you have the Knight of Wands, and you have the Knight of Pentacles. All right, so double knights, lots of events happening here for you, okay? So I think this could be a very busy period of time in the week or the weeks that follow for you, okay? And with that Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles, I do want to be clear here because, you know, the clarifications are definitely not bad. You just maybe pulled some change and challenge and upheaval energy here with the Death, Tower, 2 of Swords. I want to be clear, though, that this seems very positive, okay, because of a number of the cards here, but the Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles, you know, your path ahead, the path that you're forging for yourself ahead here seems to be like it will be a path that has a lot of results connected to it here, as you have that Knight of Pentacles and the Chariot. Like, you'll get some results here. You'll get the outcome you want. I think some of you could really go in a completely different direction. You may even surprise people here with the Knight of Wands, the Tower, okay? Some of you want to shake something up, and if that is you, this is definitely on the table here. This is definitely on the table. You then here have the 2 of Wands. Okay, this is about potential. You have a ton of potential here, especially with the Emperor as well. So I like this for you. You do, on the bottom here, have the 3 of Swords. Okay, so there is maybe a separation that is showing up here for some people, okay? Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the Kipper energies for you. See what is in the Kipper cards. All right. Okay, you have Distant Horizons, Journey, Pathway, Change, Mature Woman, and Child. All right, so yeah, Knight of Wands and the Change card, and throw the Journey in there as well. That's a big indicator for me as the reader when people are ready to move, okay? That's certainly on the table here. I think some of you are also looking to do some travel with the Knight of Wands, 3 of Wands, the Journey card here, you know, like, and I think that this could be like definitely part of the path that you are forging for yourself. Distant Horizons and Pathway, this is dharmic in nature, and I think in addition to dharmic, it is also karmic here with the Judgment card and the Justice card, which was on the bottom of this Oracle deck here. So, you know, the actions that you've taken up to this point are really kind of rendering out for you. And yeah, this is an exciting time. I would also say that the future looks pretty bright for you with Distant Horizons and Pathway. It may not feel like it right now in this week or the weeks that follow, but this is the path that Spirit wants you to be walking on, okay? Here on the bottom, you do have thoughts as well, thinking a lot about this situation. So, Cancer, this is what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. Make the most of this new Mercury direct energy. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.